Well, hello everyone. You're listening to Lipstick and Leather, and on the phone with me is Mike Odd, who is the manager of Sabbath. How's everything going?
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastic.
In the pocket. We just have come over the border here and are in Canada, and it is white and snowy, and we're ready.
Yeah, that's funny. We actually had our first snowfall the day I phoned you, actually, last week.
There we go.
Here in
That's
Thunder
it.
Bay.
We bring it.
Now, how excited are Sabbath for their first concerts in Canada?
Very, very, very. It's been a long time that we've been trying to get up here, and we finally made it happen. And man, doing a whole bunch of them, and we're really excited about it. It's gonna be really good, really good.
Well, I'm excited for the Toronto show next Thursday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, can we expect possibly an 8-track or a cassette release from the band for possibly their first two singles that have been released?
That is something I'm working on. I have no idea how that's going to work yet. Yeah, when you're dealing with a crazed time traveling clown like Ronald Osborne, who doesn't respond to any technology past 79, it's a little difficult to figure out formats for stuff like that. So far, the only thing that I've managed to release is a coloring book with a kind of a child's toy version of a 45 record in it, a flexi disc for Parabon. So I don't know what's next. I don't know. It might be carved out of baby blocks or something. I don't know what kind of Fisher Price sort of sponsored item we are up for next. We will see. Only time will tell. It's always a surprise for me as much as it is you.
That's amazing. Can we expect Organic Funerals a future single?
I surely hope so. That's one of my favorites.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Now, I know Ronald is from the 70s, but would maybe a pledge program be considered to do like a full-length album, a full-length EP, or something along those lines?
That's the big question. That's what everybody's pushing for. I'm trying. We shall see. It's always a surprise. Yeah, I'm never allowed to announce what's happening, but I guarantee you, I'm not too far behind you guys in how surprised I am what happens. So there it is. That's all I got for you in that regard.
Now, with Ronald being teleported from the 70s, does that mean we won't expect any past 70s Black Sabbath songs in future lineups?
That's what I've been led to believe. But every time I'm led to believe anything, it changes. That's the sort of band it is. He goes on and on about the other drive-through metal bands that are taking food out of his mouth. Like KFC DC and Burger King Diamond, and I always just think it's part of like what I consider him to be delusional about. And then Burger King Diamond will pop up in some opening band and be singing, on some tour, and then when I think I have it all figured out, what's real and what's not, I'm wrong. So we'll see. Who knows?
Now, with yourself being the singer for Rosemary's Billy Goat, can we expect maybe a future duet with you and Ronald, or a couple shows with Rosemary's Billy Goat opening for Sabbath?
That has been talked about a lot, but my band is not a touring band. It's definitely like Disneyland. It's like if you want to see it, you come to Southern California. So that is very hard to arrange. And then my duties in this band are so extravagant that Rosemary's Billy Goat takes up also a whole lot of time and duties, and I just don't think that they could both happen at once. But you never know. We'll see. We've talked about it. We'll see if we can make it happen. We just have to hire, a giant crew and get a couple semi trucks and figure it out. Yeah.
Now, with McSabbath having a very marketable image, in the future, could we see maybe McSabbath toys, stickers, cartoons, etc., etc.?
Well, we already have stickers. Cartoons sound like a good idea. There's already been a stop motion animation video, and then for Parabuns, and then the new video is marionettes. I don't know if you've seen it. The new video for Sweet Beef is marionettes. So, yeah, I would like to see an animation cartoon. That would be amazing. So, yeah. I like it.
Now, McSabbath being a very family-friendly band, and I've also played elementary school in Silver Lake, how is it important for the band to do maybe all ages shows?
Very. That's a struggle, and that's something that he's upset about, is that he's not doing more all ages shows. But unfortunately, how the music business works when you're coming up in it, until you're big enough to do whatever the heck you darn well please. When you're coming up in it, you deal with a lot of bar situations and the money. If there's going to be money for the band to keep traveling and visiting people in different cities, then the door, it's like the door money will go to the band, and the venue gets paid by selling alcohol. That's just the way that it works. So unfortunately, all ages shows are hard to come by until you reach a certain certain epicenter in your career, I guess. So we're working on it. We're trying to blend them in as much as possible, but sometimes it is what it is. If we're going to go from town to town, you got to sell some beer, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Hey, maybe it'll be built for some birthday parties down the road.
There you go. I would like that. Early on, when we did that thing at the elementary school and it worked so well, I was thinking it would be a great idea to, have some schools, have them do sets, in the cafeteria during lunch about, a health food and, warn the kids against, drive-through metal lifestyle, in a fun way. And, well, that didn't really come together. So, write your school board, talk to your schools, your parents, write your schools and see if you can get it rolling, because, they're not going to listen to me. That's for sure.
Having played a show with Elton John, did the band actually get to meet or hang out with Mr. Elton John, Sir Elton John?
No, did not actually, but the band, went crazy on the YouTube video went crazy when Black Sabbath posted it. And so before I had even taken the band outside of California, we went to England and played the Download Festival with Motley Crue and Kiss and Slipknot and Judas Priest, and so what happened was that it just blew up from that. So then all of a sudden I started getting calls from other big festivals, and Outside Lands is a festival in San Francisco in Golden Gate Park, and so they were booked on that. But it doesn't always work that way, where the headliner has time to hang out with the other bands. So it didn't really work that way. But it was a really tight, with the big Max Sabbath production, the big show that's put on. There's so much work involved, and then obviously his show and his production. There's too much work going on. It just didn't happen that way. But pretty amazing.
No kidding.
I remember hearing "Goodbye Yellow Brick Road" while I was breaking down a bunch of stuff, and and then I finally got a chance to go out and watch it for a little bit. True story.
Yep. Have any former members of Black Sabbath attended a McSabbath concert that you know of?
Uh, Not that I know of, but I don't know if what you're hinting at is there's this new picture floating around of Ozzy hanging out with the band, and I unbeknownst to me, and I come across it, and I'm like, okay, great, gotta get the story behind this. Got to talk to Ronald, and then of course everybody in the press has been wanting to know what happened and the story behind it. And of course, he won't tell me because he likes to torture me and laugh. And so at some point, we'll figure out what that's all about. And it's really making me curious to who he really is and what his connections are. But
Ever consider having cameos by Captain Crook, the Professor, and Birdie the Early Bird? Some early McDonald's characters in different forms, of course. In Sabbath.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I think the connection got bad. Oh, what's going on? Hang up the phone. No, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. We must just go to the next question.
Sounds good. With Peter Chris Cut Fry's loving Kiss, any chance of maybe the band members all doing their own solo album, kind of like Kiss did in the '70s?
Wow, I hope not. That sounds terrible.
Terribly good.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I mean, stranger things have happened, right?
That's true. That's true. Any chance of having some cats on stage for Cat Burglar to chase around?
Oh, I that sounds like something to be conducted. Oh boy, I don't know. I'm actually allergic to cats. So.
They could be robot ones or toy ones.
Oh, robot cats! I'm all for it. All for robot cats across the nation.
Now, with McSabbath speaking out about the evils of fast food, any chance of McSabbath creating their own type of food?
I'm not quite sure about the implications of that, the legal implications, but but I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I could imagine that what Ronald, the kind of organic vegetarian type of food substitutes that he might come up with, that would actually be pretty amazing.
It definitely would be.
Yeah. I'm ready for that.
On that topic, what is the band's opinion on gluten-free foods?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I have. There is one song where I know he mentions bleached flour bread. So I think that I think that's in Frying Pan. So I think that is some sort of a dig. So I think he's probably not a fan.
Interesting.
I think that being involved with these guys, I'm learning more and more about health food and theories behind government control of food and Monsanto and being purposefully poisoned and stuff like that. And I think that something like gluten, where you find that a lot of people are allergic to something all of a sudden, is probably just means that their systems aren't as strong as most people. And what it is that whatever is going on, however that food is being processed, is really, really bad for everybody. And the people who are allergic to it are probably just the people that are the most sensitive. So when you find that a lot of people have gluten allergies or peanut allergies, it might not be the peanuts or the wheat or whatever that's bad for you, but the way that it's being processed, newly processed by these terrible organizations. So that's my take on it, is how I'm learning from him. But I can't say that that's coming from his mouth necessarily, but that's how I'm trying to understand what's going on here. Yeah.
Has Ronald ever met the Spooky Reuben character Wendy McDonald?
I know. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know, but you got me curious.
Will there ever be tracks about the Nemesis, Burger King Diamond, Iggy Popeyes, Chick-fil-A CDC, Dunkin' Donuts, Twisted Sizzler, and Iron Maiden's?
I, I don't know. I don't. He doesn't seem to reference those acts in the songs.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed. I think that maybe he's upset with all that, so he doesn't seem to mention the songs. Although he does grumble about them live a lot. And Burger King Diamond and Iggy Popeyes showed up in the coloring book.
Yes, they did.
But yeah, but I don't know. That's interesting. I guess I never even really thought about the fact that he doesn't mention them in songs. So I don't know. That might be a rule. I
think the fans would love one about Burger King Diamond.
Right.
On that topic,
time will tell.
Time will tell. On that topic, can we expect any McSabbath originals down the road?
That's another thing I keep getting asked about, though I have no idea if he would do or not. I would think not, but then I never second guess that guy. I find it's bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the interview, Mike. I really appreciate it. That was a lot of fun.
All right. Good to talk to you.
Well, thank you for listening to my interview with Mike Odd, the manager of McSabbath. If you like my interviews, make sure to subscribe. And I'm going to end things off with playing my station ID from Mr. Ronald Osborne. It's a fun one. Thanks for listening.
Hello, this is Ronald Osborne from the mighty McSabbath. You're listening to CILU 102.7 FM, Lipstick and Leather. Ryan Trush, I I hear you calling my name now, Trush, yeah.